Have you ever pondered why space forces are increasingly becoming crucial in modern warfare? As the nature of conflict transforms, so does our understanding of the battlefield. Today, the cosmos is not just a realm of scientific exploration, but a strategic high ground that nations strive to conquer. Space superiority has become a linchpin in modern warfare, providing a vantage point that can tip the scales of conflict. From this celestial perch, we gain unparalleled access to intelligence. Satellites orbiting the Earth can capture high-resolution images and intercept communications from any corner of the globe, giving us a bird's-eye view of potential threats. Space forces also play a vital role in navigation, powering systems like GPS that guide our troops and our drones. But perhaps the most significant advantage is early warning. Space-based sensors can detect missile launches almost instantly, giving us precious minutes to react. In a world where a single missile can carry a nuclear warhead, those minutes can mean the difference between peace and devastation. So why are space forces important in modern warfare? Because they offer us a chance to see further, strike accurately, and react faster. As wars evolve, so does the battlefield. The next frontier, space. The inception of the United States Space Force is a tale deeply rooted in the history of the Cold War. This journey begins in the year 1945, as the world was emerging from the throes of World War II. The United States, recognizing the strategic importance of the final frontier, initiated the first military space programs. These programs were the seeds, the genesis of what would eventually grow into today's Space Force. As the Cold War heated up in the year 1954, the Air Force, under the command of General Bernard Schriever, established the Western Development Division. This was not just another military division, no, it was the world's first dedicated space organization. This marked a significant milestone in the timeline of military space exploration, a clear sign that the United States was serious about securing its place beyond the earthly realm. Fast forward to 1982, a time of technological advancement and increased global tension. The U.S. Air Force took a significant step to unify its space forces under one command, the Air Force Space Command. This strategic move was a testament to the growing importance of space power in military operations. But the journey didn't stop there. Over the years, the United States continued to invest in and develop its space capabilities. The space forces of the United States have since participated in every U.S. conflict since the Vietnam War. From the Persian Gulf War, often referred to as the First Space War, to present-day operations, these forces have increasingly demonstrated their strategic value. The birth of the United States Space Force is a story of foresight, determination, and innovation. It is a testament to the country's commitment to maintaining peace and security, not just on Earth, but beyond our atmosphere as well. This journey has seen space forces participate in every U.S. conflict since the Vietnam War, solidifying their importance in modern warfare. The Space Force's evolution didn't stop at its establishment, in fact it was just the beginning. The idea of a space-dedicated military branch wasn't an overnight conception. The first discussions of a U.S. Space Force took place under President Dwight Eisenhower's administration in the late 50s. Space was seen as the next frontier, a new battleground that needed to be explored and understood. Fast forward to the early 80s and the concept of a Space Force picked up steam. Under President Ronald Reagan's administration, the U.S. Space Force was nearly established as part of the Strategic Defense Initiative, a program designed to protect against enemy ballistic missiles. This initiative marked a significant step toward the realization of a dedicated Space Force. However, it wasn't until the dawn of the new millennium that the idea of a Space Corps gained serious traction. The 2001 Space Commission, a group tasked with outlining the future of U.S. space policy, argued for the creation of a Space Corps within the next decade. But due to unforeseen circumstances, such as the September 11th attacks and the subsequent War on Terror, these plans were placed on hold. Despite the delay, the vision of a space-dedicated military force remained strong. In 2017, Representatives Jim Cooper and Mike Rogers proposed a Space Corps that passed the House but failed in the Senate. It was a setback but not a defeat. Finally, in 2019, after years of discussions, debates, and legislative hurdles, the United States Space Force Act was passed. This act, signed into law by President Donald Trump, established the U.S. Space Force as the first new independent military service since the Army Air Forces were reorganized as the U.S. Air Force in 1947. The U.S. Space Force, the world's first space force, was born. So, where is the United States Space Force now and where is it headed? Today, the United States Space Force stands as the world's first space force, and it's part of the U.S. Armed Forces. It operates under the Department of the Air Force, led by the Secretary of the Air Force. The Chief of Space Operations, who is one of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and the Vice Chief of Space Operations, are the military heads of the Space Force. As the smallest U.S. armed service, the Space Force consists of 8,600 military personnel. These dedicated individuals are responsible for operating 77 spacecraft across various programs. From GPS to the satellite control network, the Space Force plays a significant role in maintaining America's military dominance in the space domain. Under the Goldwater-Nichols Act, the Space Force has the responsibility of organizing, training, and equipping space forces. These forces are then presented to the Unified Combatant Commands, predominantly to the United States Space Command, for operational employment. But what does the future hold for the Space Force? Well, as we look ahead, it's clear that the challenges of the space domain will only continue to grow. As more nations develop their space capabilities, the Space Force will need to adapt and evolve. It will need to continue to innovate, developing new technologies and strategies to ensure America's space superiority. There are also opportunities for collaboration. As the Space Force continues to mature, it can work more closely with civilian agencies like NASA and international partners to promote peace and security in space. The Space Force is not just about the present but the future. A future where space is the next frontier in warfare. So, why is the United States Space Force important in modern warfare? We've delved into its conception and evolution, and the crucial role it plays in modern conflict. From its humble beginnings in the Cold War era to its current state as the world's first space force, the U.S. Space Force has continually pushed the boundaries of military capability. Operating a fleet of 77 spacecraft, it's a force to be reckoned with. As we look to the future, we see a reality where space is the new frontier of warfare. The U.S. Space Force is not just a concept but a reality that is shaping the future of warfare as we know it.